What's up, people? Black is More podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're listening. Thank you for listening. As always, two favorite hosts, Marcel, Aaron, bringing you the most current information and the most current topics. So, what's up, Sil?
Yeah,
How you feeling?
Yeah, go freaking
game,
Cards. Go Cards. It was great and long.
Yeah.
Went to see America's favorite pastime. I see why they call it that, because it was before segregation.
Right,
and
yeah.
all those white people there. I'm just joking. But you know what? Speaking of baseball, I went to the game with doubt. Only because, have you heard of like the Adam Jones? I can't believe I said Pac-Man, but Adam Jones from the Orioles. He went to the Red Sox game. Some Boston people were calling him the N-word.
Right.
So, I'm there with my Cardinals hat in the new Braves Stadium, and I'm just waiting on someone to just say something.
Right, to say something.
Right. And everybody was freaking nice. It was a great experience. The Braves fans, it was some nice Latin people. I couldn't tell who they were rooting for, but they were very nice. Some old people. I helped them a little bit here and there, especially when I first got to the game. But everybody was nice. It was a great atmosphere. Too bad the game was like 16, 17 innings. Something, But the Cardinals pulled out the win, so shout out to Tommy Pham. He was clutch. Hit the 2-run homer. He also hit a homer earlier, so he had like 2 homers. But shout out to him. But great experience, man. Great experience.
Yeah. Glad you enjoyed yourself out there. Yeah, my brother was saying he had a good time too.
Yeah, man.
So, hey, man, I meant to tell you this before we started, but we legit have a sponsor.
Oh,
I legit have a sponsor to talk about. So, hey, myfacetoday.com. Check them out. So what you can do is go on there and they have T-shirts, and they just have different emojis that you can design yourself, and it just kind of is a way for people to express themselves. Or like if you got a family reunion, you're taking a bunch of little kids to a park or something, you just need some coordinated shirts. Check them out, man. myfacetoday.com. Trying to support our Black-owned businesses.
Also, let me do a shout out. Shout out to Lord is Life. My boy Trav got a shirt. Don't complain, adjust. We live by that every single day. Make a way out of no way. So shout out to them. You can always order t-shirts from them as well. LordIsLife.com. Get you a Don't Complain, Adjust t-shirt. Support the black business, as he says.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, and while we on the shout outs, before we kind of get into the topics, there were, and I think we were talking about this a little bit last week after the last pod, but I don't feel like we put any more effort or energy or anything into the last podcast than we do any other one. But it was just a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback, and a lot of people who reached out and said like, hey, I listened. And, I got a long Facebook post from one of my previous coworkers. So that was pretty cool, just kind of seeing how she felt about the topics and a guy I went to high school with. So, hey, shout out to the people who just were commenting and all that stuff and supporting the show, because that's really, that's really big for us. We really appreciate that. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Without further ado, we got 2 topics for you today.
Hey.
Both of them are about some women. One Miley Cyrus and one Serena Williams.
Oh man.
So yeah, both of them made some comments that we're gonna comment on, and you know these things obviously kind of relate to things in the black community, so we'll just rap about that for a bit. Miley Cyrus, she says she done with hip hop, dog. Let me just I don't we tell you one thing we don't do on this show is we don't put words in people's mouth. All right, so I'm gonna quote her directly. So she did an interview with Billboard.com. Or Billboard or whoever. She did an interview with them.
Billboard, yeah.
And she was talking about hip hop music. And she said, she had to gravitate away from it because of the vulgar lyrics. And it's always about sex and materialistic things. And she said, and I quote, "I can't listen to that anymore. That's what pushed me out of the hip hop a little." She said, "It's all about Lamborghinis, Rolexes, and misogynistic lyrics." And she said, "I'm not so into that stuff anymore." So she's just kind of saying that she's done with that genre.
Yeah, so, she's outgrown it.
Get her, if
man. If you don't sit your goddamn
right.
No, man. All I can say is not surprised one bit. This is what many of those Disney stars do when they, try to clean their image. Well, they go from, having that squeaky clean Disney image to, trying to get love from the black community or the hip hop culture. And then after that, they soak up all the fans they can get. And then they want to go back to the nice, white side of, the calm. I don't with it one bit. To me, people like her, Justin Bieber, or anybody else that may look troubled, they always have that come to Jesus moment, and they ended up, just saying how, the people around them, aka the black people around them, were, messing up their lives and now, they've come to their senses and they just don't do it anymore. Miley used people. Like, do you recall her singing "My Neck, My Back"? At concerts.
She was definitely promoting. Yeah, twerking.
She was sitting there playing with herself, basically, on stage. And now you blame hip hop, or you denounce hip hop. It's purely disgusting. Like, black people, like I said a couple episodes back, I hate how our culture is so free. It's so free to where a white supremacist can hate black people, but yet come into our culture, do a dance, and black people be like, "Oh man, they can move for a white person," and they celebrate them. They celebrate them. And then as soon as they don't want that part of the culture anymore, they just go back to their white side. And guess what happens? Nothing. We don't do nothing. Yeah. Our culture is so free. Everybody can, dab into it. But when you look at other cultures, they don't just let you in their culture like that.
Right. You don't get in the club for free.
Right. We're the only ones that let people, make fun of our culture, take our culture. Like it pisses me off.
Now let me ask you a question, because I know you have more on this topic, but aside from Miley essentially using hip hop and using a black culture and a black entity or avenue to get herself famous, and then when she I guess she was already a little famous, but this propelled her. Yeah,
she just wanted the bad girl image. Yeah,
right. Exactly. Yeah, she used that to get that image, and now that she's kind of where she want to be, she just kind of denouncing that. Aside from that, do you think she has a point in what she's saying about the lyrics and how she doesn't feel like that's really, well, I guess not for her, but just how she doesn't really like that stuff, or she thinks it's bad. Let me tell you this: the content of hip hop.
Let me tell you this. To be honest, she's sounding like a white woman that has never listened to hip hop before. The reason why I say that is because if you think that the only thing rappers talk about is money, pussy, and that's what she said, pussy, Lamborghinis, Rolexes, you're mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
our top rappers, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, in which she said
Yeah.
she liked Kendrick Lamar's Humble song.
Humble. Yep.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even Drake, he doesn't always talk about stuff like that, but um, hip hop is way bigger than that. You see, she
Right.
was in her little ratchet phase, so she listened to little stupid ratchet rap music. That's cool and all,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not the only thing. That's like me saying, you know, rock and roll is for people, you know, who go up and shoot schools like Columbine.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You mean to tell me that's the
Yeah.
only type of music that's in rock and roll? Get the fuck out of here. So for her to say
Mm-hmm.
that, to me, was a slap in the face to hip hop. It was a slap in the face to
Right.
black culture, because you know damn well that there's more to the culture than that shit that she named. So
Mm-hmm.
for that,
Yeah.
that's where, you know, I'm pissed off at, because you really try to make it seem like that is all hip hop is all about.
Right.
Hip
It's
hop
no
does
depth
not,
to it.
right. That's
Yeah.
the wrong representation. And she looked like
Right.
a
Yeah.
fucking idiot the entire time she tried to get down with the black culture. And black people
Yeah.
were laughing at her. It wasn't like everybody was fucking with her. They were laughing at her. But still,
Yeah.
there were the idiot black people out there that were condoning that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, hey.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I mean, this reminds me too, or makes me think about the "Cash Me Outside" girl.
Oh my God.
And let me just say something real quick before I kind of talk about that. But I don't like her behavior, attitude, all that stuff. I don't condone that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like that's okay for any youth to talk to people that way, or you know, carry themselves that way. I don't condone that. However, I could take you to a black middle school or high school and show you 50 girls who act just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that, I don't know, to me, in my mind, you know, even though, like I said, I don't think that's the best way to carry yourself as a young lady, you know, calling people hoes and you know, calling people out their name and stuff like that.
Right.
There's no doubt in my mind that she was heavily influenced by a culture of black people. You know, there's no doubt in my mind. And now this chick is like getting paid to do, you know, parties and interviews, and she got like, you know, tens of thousands or maybe even 100,000 followers on Instagram and stuff. Yeah, actually, you know what I just saw? She's up for an MTV award,
Right?
like some kind of award for MTV.
Yeah,
like how, bro? So that
I will
that just
tell
kinda,
you,
you know,
because our culture is easily taken, and you know, white people can make money off of it. If a black person does the exact same thing, they look like a fucking idiot. Yeah. Because that's not how our black people actually act. There's a portion of black people that act like that, but that doesn't represent the entire race of black people. And that's what pisses me off. Like, a white person, you know, can dib and dab into certain, you know, black places, and, you know, black people are actually nice. This is the thing that it's a real misconception that black people are always mean. When you think of, even sad to say, the little pool party out in San Diego where the white supremacists came and shot people, you know, they invited him. He wasn't even supposed to come.
Oh, really?
There. Yeah, they just was like, hey, come along, let's party. You know, black people are actually nice. And, you know, that's what happens. They come in, white supremacists, they come in and they just take the shit. And they're the ones that make money off of it. Meanwhile, we out here celebrating them or say, oh man, that's a bad bitch right there. No, it's not. It's not okay. Yeah.
And I will say too, like, just as I'm listening to the things we're saying, like, I feel like the sharing of cultures and things is a positive, but when you take it and kind of steal it and twist it and try to give it back as something else, that's, I think, what we're saying we have an issue with, right?
I don't fuck with anybody who wants to fuck with our culture for a short period of time, make money off of it, and then get the fuck out of town.
no. And
Like there's real,
I guess
like
shouldn't say
I have
sharing.
white friends that are just themselves. They're real. They're gonna be themselves
Right.
24/7 for the rest of
Yeah.
their life. Those are the people I
Mm-hmm.
fuck with. I don't fuck with anybody
Right.
that comes around for, a short time and, messes up. And just because they're white,
Yeah.
they get off, scotch free, just like a Justin Bieber, and then turn around and end up saying, I'm sorry for everything. Can you guys please forgive me? And everybody's, oh man, we gotta give him a second chance. Oh no, we gotta give him a third
Mm-hmm.
chance. No, he really means it. We gotta give him a fourth chance. Like we see white people in those positions fuck up all the time, and we feel so sorry for him. Look at Robert Downey Jr. He's fucking Iron Man. That motherfucker had such a
Right.
fucking drug addiction and whatever he had
Yeah.
for a long period of fucking time. And what we do? Oh, it's okay. It's all right. And guess what? He's fucking Iron Man. He's making what, $50 million a movie? Which, more power to
Something
him.
like that.
More power to him.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was a black person, they get the fuck out of Hollywood so fucking quick.
Yeah.
So fucking quick.
And I guess I shouldn't say the sharing of cultures, but like experiencing different cultures, I think is a good thing. Like if I go to,
for sure.
the Caribbeans and experience that culture, I think that's ultimately going to make me a better person. But I'm not going over there, seeing how they dress and act and then trying to come back here to America and sell that.
Right.
That's not cool. So I definitely agree with you on
When,
that. So,
I'm gonna put it like this. I don't fuck with anybody who uses our culture for a fucking joke. Mm-hmm. And what Miley Cyrus was doing back in 2013, she was basically a minstrel character with a white face. And I didn't fuck with it.
Mm. Yeah. Well, Miley, you done fucked up. That's what we say.
You done fucked up. But you know what? There's other people out there that actually love the culture and they live it every single day and they won't shy away from it for the rest of their lives. Right. Respect to those. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But for the ones that's trying to make money, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't cool. This is why I love the show Atlanta, man, because, that's funny you were talking about Justin Bieber because, Glover, man, Gambino.
Childish
he's so smart, man, because he had Justin Bieber in that. You probably seen the episode. He had Justin Bieber in the show, but he was played by a black guy,
right?
And he was doing all kind of stupid stuff. I think they were at like a charity basketball game, and he was like peeing on the court, and everybody was just like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay, Justin." Right? But, he was just trying to say like, if this was I don't know, just the hidden messages, but it just made me think about that.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, if he was actually a black dude, it would be like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
And those entertainers, they get so many okays because they're white. And it's like, a black person, you cannot fuck up. You just can't. Look at Chris Brown. That man's talented. He fucked up. Right. Now he's like haunted for the rest of his life. Everything he does, just like the white girl that said that he raped her or whatever, or had a gun to her. They found out she was lying, but off of his rap sheet, just because he beat Rihanna, he's guilty before innocent, proven innocent. So stuff like that. I don't fuck with it.
Definitely a double standard. And hey, we ain't saying that it's okay to beat Rihanna.
It's certainly not. Because I'm not a huge fan of Chris Brown. Exactly.
Right. It's just a double standard. But point well taken. So the next lady we want to talk about is Miss Serena Williams.
Oh man.
Best female athlete of all time in my mind. Honestly, I think she's the most dominant athlete of all time, regardless of sport, to me.
She's the GOAT.
But we ain't talking about her on court, behavior right now. We talking about some comments that she made. So let me, again, I ain't gonna put words in nobody, man. Let me just pull up the quote. So this, just to give everybody some context, how we do. She recently got engaged to Alexis Ohanian. I think I'm saying that right. And he's the co-founder of Reddit. So this dude's loaded. You know, Reddit is a very popular website. And I guess, you know, just somebody was talking to her about, you know, that relationship and how it came about and blah, blah, blah. And this led to these comments. And she said, when I date someone, I never see color. I date who I have chemistry with. But I must say, Alexis, you know, her current fiance, has treated me better than any black man has ever done. Or than any black man she's dated. So, Sal, the floor is yours.
I'm
What
just
you
gonna
think about
say,
that, man?
but she doesn't see color.
What exactly? That's the first thing I thought. Like, you know, that you kind of contradicted yourself. Like, not even the next day, the next sentence, you contradicted yourself by saying, "Hey, I don't see color." But, you know, white men treat me better than black men.
She's a bad wencher. Let's cut to the chase. If you're gonna be with, you know, a white guy, more power to you. But don't ever in your life, as a black woman with a black father who backed you up when white people used to tear you down in interviews, he used to cut the interviews off and be like, "Hey, don't talk to her that way." So, you know, don't ever down a black man while praising your white fiance or husband. That's a no-no. Yeah. Now you really look like a bedwencher. If you don't know what a bedwencher is, look it up. But that's what she looks like. She looks like she's just ready to serve massa, because there's no way in this world that you tear down a black man to praise your white man. There's no way. What the fuck are you thinking?
You know, I think that, you know, we talk about it all the time about perspective and how that shapes our worlds and our realities. So maybe just from what she's experienced, this is her truth, you know, that in the, you know, in the relationship she's been in, she's just found, you know, better success, I guess, with white men. However, you know, you can't generalize an entire race of men, you know, because and the thing about it too is, like, since it's Serena, her comments are carrying a lot more weight than just, you know, me or anybody, you know, just kind of saying something like that. So, you know, I think that too needs to be taken into account as a you know, a strong black woman who's successful and doing all these great things and representing black people well. You know, it just kind of sucks that she comes out and says something like that. And like you said, she has a black father, man.
She's from Compton, bro. She's from Compton. Yeah. She ain't from Orange County. She's from straight up Compton. And she's saying this? She had a black father that was in her life, and is the reason why she's a superstar today. Because the black man took his time, put all his life into making sure that she's the queen that she is today. And here's the dumb part, and I'm really going to call it dumb. When you look at part of her dating track record, she's with fucking rappers. Yeah,
Common, Drake.
If you don't get the fuck out of here, are you serious? Look, as a black man, I will tell you, a rapper in general, if you looking for him to be a husband or future husband, he ain't shit. You need to move on. Yeah. Like, that's stupid to be looking for love in the rap industry out of all the places. So for you to say the black men she's been with hasn't really treated her well, get the fuck out of here. No shit, Sherlock. Like, are you really?
I think that like there's been a few changes in that. Like, I agree with you 100%. Like, you know, that's not really that's like going to a bar trying to find your wife. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not saying that you can't find her there, but, you know, chances are you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I feel like there are a few rappers like J. Cole and Chance who kind of like just not really into that whole, you know, be with all the women in the world type thing. But I would say the majority of them kind of live that lifestyle. That kind of comes with the territory, you know?
Exactly.
I mean,
And
they rap about the stuff that they're experiencing, right? And they rapping
right.
about that stuff. So
The one surprising
yeah.
thing, I mean, she dated Common. So with Common,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I thought they was gonna get married because that dude, he worships the earth that women
Yeah,
walk
and
on.
Common, I
He's
don't
a real
obviously
deep
don't know him, but he
brother.
seems like a good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
real deep brother.
yeah.
Like
Right.
that's surprising that didn't work out. But when she was like back at it again, not again, back at it again with Drake, out of all people,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows he's basically a womanizer. Basically, like he's gonna mess with
Mm-hmm.
you for a few months here and there, break up, might get back with you. Like they did that stuff for a
Yeah.
couple years. So for her
Yeah.
to really be reaching and wanting to get married by one of these guys, are you serious? Like rappers?
Yeah. She
Man.
was messing with the dudes that Miley's listened to. You know,
Exactly.
she wasn't messing with the the people with some substance in their music.
Right.
Like a J. Cole or something like that. But Jay taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now
But
I'm
but
not surprised by it though. I'm not.
by
I
her
wish I
comments.
was. I'm not surprised that she ended up with the white guy.
Oh,
But
I
at the
got you.
same time, I'm surprised that she had the audacity to say what she said out in public.
Right.
I put it.
Yeah.
I basically put it up there with Sage Steele from ESPN when she said basically that her husband should be celebrated and commended for marrying a black woman. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Sage lost me, man. She's said a lot of crazy things.
Yeah.
Man.
Like.
Well, now here I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Or just a different perspective on this because, even though we're talking about Serena and obviously she said something that we don't really agree with, I feel like there have been just normal everyday people on both sides, men as well, who will say white women are better or
Right.
black women and black women might say oh white men are better or something like that. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here a little bit, but just your opinion. What do you think the reason for that is, or where kind of where is that coming from?
All right, for those black men that say, white women are better than black women, you need to get fuck out of here.
Man, we like making you upset
Right.
today, man.
Yeah,
Drop
yeah.
15, 20 F-bombs.
Look, for kids listening, I'm sorry. You probably can't listen to this episode. But anyway, yeah. No race is better than any other race.
Right, yeah.
You're gonna have your pride. That's cool. Scientifically, people gonna, feel the way they feel. Whatever, cool. You love whoever you love. That is fine. But what you will not do is put down your own people.
Right, yeah.
To celebrate another fucking race. You will not do that. Okay? That makes no sense. What you're telling me right now is that you are fucking weak and you're telling me that you don't love yourself.
Right.
When a black man says that, black women do this, black women do that, so I can't rock with it. I need me a white woman. What you telling me is you're not strong enough for a black woman. Yes, black women, have their things where they sometimes may need to hold off, especially verbally. They need to hold off, a little bit and just let their man do their thing when it comes to certain situations. Yeah, they need to do that. And at the same time, black men need to be more understanding. Black men need to, understand the woman's emotions. They need to, just sit down and try to learn their women. It's a, give and take thing. But what you will not do is say how bad the race is and then celebrate an entire different race. Because I don't hear any other races doing that shit. I don't hear a Hispanic dude saying, man, Hispanic women, they ain't shit. Let me go get an Asian. I never fucking hear it. It's just this whole black. It's stupid. All of these are misnomers. If you call somebody a nigga,
Yeah.
a black person, an African American, it's all misnomers. If you don't know the word, look it up in the dictionary. Misnomer. It's not correct. But anyway, I hate the fact that people address other people as ain't shit that's the same race and just celebrate it. It's stupid. It really is. And the race that you're celebrating, you're basically making a case like, yep, I told you niggas ain't shit. I told you.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have pride, bro.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, because to me, as I'm thinking, like, it just comes down to a form of not knowing who you are and a little bit of self-hate in there.
Right.
You know, that you're essentially, like you said, downing your own race, you know, different sex, but still the same race because, you know, I guess you had a bad experience with them or something like that. And yeah, I agree, man. Like, you gotta look within yourself too. You know, it's so easy to just blame somebody else, like when you have an issue with relationships, with anything really. But if you look at yourself and ask yourself, okay, what can I do? What maybe have I been falling short on?
Bruh.
Then you might get some better answers.
Exactly. Just for example, when you hear the phrase in our community, niggas ain't shit or hoes ain't shit, do you hear what you're saying? You're saying niggas. Right. So why the fuck are you even fucking with niggas in the first place? Because there's a difference between niggas and black people. Okay? Why the fuck are you fucking with niggas in the first place? That is your fucking problem. And the same thing, you know, when it comes to hoes ain't shit. Why the fuck are you fucking with hoes in the first place?
Right.
You are an idiot for fucking with hoes. Deal with the lady for once. Deal with the real woman for once. Like, everybody wants this bad bitch, as they say. Basically Xing out all the other great characteristics that will last a lifetime with someone. You know, personal qualities, characteristics, you know, having things in common. No, it's bump that. We just want to make sure that this person looks good. So, you know, what happens is, you know, women, you know, if they get a nice man and, you know, he deals with her right in the bedroom, guess what? That's enough for them to put up with all the bullshit. And then they be drained by the end of their relationship. Now they're broken. Now they can't trust another person for the rest of their life or for a very long time. So a good guy comes in and a good guy's like, hey, I'm trying to treat you right. They exit out automatically. They're so used to a broken home, they will only allow broken niggas to come in, and vice versa with the male. If a male wants, you know, a real woman, why the hell is he messing with hoes all the time? Because he just want a bad one for everybody to look at and be like, man, she bad. That's all you want? You want other people to congratulate you while deep down inside on the side that they actually want to get with your girl? Like, and she ain't got much to offer but looks. Looks ain't gonna last for 60, 70 years. That's not what you gonna, you know, you can't put your money to come home to that every single day. Because if you just going off of looks, she might be having sex with somebody else while you at work or something. All you care about, though, is the looks that she's bringing to the table. She may not pay for nothing.
And there's been so many examples, just like in, you know, entertainment and whatever you want to call it, of like looks not being the you know, like the standard for a great relationship. I mean, you see beautiful people getting married all the time, but they get divorced because there's some lacking in some qualities, you know? Like, and I think of it like this. Like, hell, Halle Berry got cheated on.
Bruh, that's what I was thinking.
I think of it like this.
Halle Berry.
Mad shoot. But I think of it like this. So when it's all said and done, man, when you're on your deathbed, you're not gonna think, you know, about your significant other and say, man, they was fine. No, you're gonna think, man, they were loyal, they were honest,
right?
You know, they were respectful. You know, they listened to me. You know, all these things are the things that you need to be concerned about. Right. So, and I mean, I'm not saying don't get somebody you're attracted to. You know,
right, exactly.
Obviously, you want to find a good mix of the both, but I mean, I think if we start hearing people hearing women say, "Man, educated black men who treat me right and you know take me out to dinner ain't shit," then we might have a problem.
Right.
But you know, why the
Women,
statement is still niggas ain't shit? Then yeah, I'm with you on that.
women control the market as far as
Yeah,
dictating what's in for the type of guy. And for the past 20 years of me looking at stuff, women like ain't shit niggas. They put up with ain't shit niggas. So it's good to, you know, it's easier to start off not treating a woman right. And basically the woman having a project to actually work on a man. Because a lot of times women really like to mold men. I don't know what it is about it, but they really take pride in molding a man.
Right, and trying to fix,
And trying to fix him. As opposed to already getting a man that is well put together and stuff like that. And then
that's a good point.
As men, we like an attractive woman. And we feel like we could put up with the rest of the things. Everything else is going to fall in line.
Yep.
You know, make sure she's attractive first. Because we like to think with, you know, something else. But anyway.
Right.
Right. But anyway, like as you get older, you find out that there's way more that you need. You actually need a partner. You need a best friend. You need someone that you can talk to. Exactly. That's what you need. So at the end of the day, it's way more than, you know, what music, which more than hip hop or R&B. It's other songs as well. You know, I can't take anybody serious, especially women that say bad and bougie. I'm bad and bougie just because of Migos song. If you don't get the fuck out of here, like you are an idiot. Get out of here. Get out of my presence. Dismiss. But it's stupid. Like I need way more than that.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
But yeah. So it's black men's fault for, you know, downing black women. It's also black women's fault for you know, downing black men. And talking to Funky the other day when we were talking about black women. Black women are so sensitive when it comes to a black man telling them what may be wrong with them.
Hey man, hold on now. Hey,
nah, I'm gonna go there because
no.
Because
I'm not saying don't.
Right.
I'm just saying that's an episode in itself.
Yeah, and we could talk.
You know
we could talk about it later, but I'm just going to talk about this real quick. If a black woman has a problem, if we love our black women like we say we do, we're going to tell them what's wrong. Black women they've come to a point where you can't talk bad about them. You can only talk bad about the ain't shit nigga, the ain't shit baby daddy. That's about it. Everything else, yeah, girl, I can't believe he did that. Black women, hey, you gonna get this work too. I understand that there's black men out there that ain't shit. Cool. But y'all put up with it, so it's your fault as well.
Right, yeah. You setting the standard, yeah.
You setting the standard. If you tell me, and this is what I will tell any of my female friends, he's only going to fuck if you allow. So what standard have you made? Have you made any standard? Because if you haven't, he's going to treat you how you allow him to treat you. So for you to say that, you know, ain't no good men, are you allowing yourself to actually view a good man?
Yep.
Are you?
Yep.
Because women dictate the market. If women say today that an educated black man that is on his grind, that's ambitious is the sexiest thing in the world, guess what niggas gonna start doing? They gonna get their fucking education.
They gonna adjust.
They gonna get about that work, and they gonna do their damn thing. But guess what? Being a fucking thug is in. Being a nigga that just works out, that has several baby mamas, and, you know, doesn't give a fuck about shit, that's what's in. So therefore, if that's what's in, I don't have to apply myself. All I have to
Yep.
do is just
Yep.
act like one of these niggas, and there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I say niggas because that's what they're attracted to.
Yeah. Now, and this is a good I guess a good segue because I'm thinking of a visual that like one of my a guy who was teaching a class that I was involved in. He just kind of did an example to illustrate what you're talking about the standards. So he had two people get up in the room. And he had them hold a broom, and he had them hold it pretty low to the ground. And he had some other people come and just jump over it, right? Just jump over the broom. It's pretty low to the ground. And then he said, okay, all right, y'all do it again. And then he had them raise the broom and had them jump over it again. And he was like, okay, so why didn't y'all jump that high the first time? And they were just like, well, that's, the broom, that's not where the, that's not the height we were required to do. So, essentially he was just trying to show us that if the standard is low, you're going to jump low.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I feel like that's the same thing that you're saying. If the standard's down there, man, people not going to jump to meet those expectations, man. So, bro, I agree, man. I think that, they control the market. Man.
Yeah, if you let me cheat over and over.
Right, exactly.
How the hell am I really going to change?
Right.
Like, if you don't break it off with me, shit, I just got away. I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
and
women
I ain't saying
really
it's that
control
easy,
the
but
market.
you're right, damn it.
Women control the market. Mm-hmm. If you don't have to put up with anything that you don't have to. If you a strong black woman and your man, doesn't treat you right, get the fuck out. Yeah. So many women do not want to be alone. So many women will put up with ain't shit niggas just to get by. Yeah. Without, sleeping alone. And for that, I'm just saying, black women, you control the market and you definitely can do way better with a lot of your selections. That's all I'm saying. And when the next time you want to complain about, black men, black this, there's some ain't shit black men, just like there's ain't shit white dudes, ain't shit Hispanic, ain't shit Asians. Right. They're all around the world of ain't shit men in every race. The problem is women allowing themselves to go through all the bullshit. And for that, I can't be really sorry for you. I can't. I don't find one bone in my body to feel bad for you, just like a Serena Williams, if you want to date rappers your whole damn life.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So,
raise your standards, man.
Exactly, raise your standards. But real quick, I wanted to touch on something. The 15-year-old boy that got shot dead in Houston, prayers out to his friends and family. I think his name was Jordan Edwards. He got shot by an officer because there was, I guess, a neighbor that called and said there was some type of noise complaintment with, what was it, some party or whatnot. And I believe the officer, Roy Oliver, was shooting his rifle as he was like driving away, and it hit the 15-year-old boy in the face and killed him.
Wow.
Yeah, and also want to give a shout out or mention there was like a group of 5 little boys out in Grand Rapids. I don't know if you've heard, but they were playing basketball. They were 12 to 14 years of age. They were basically in middle school. And what happened was neighbors called and said that there was a fight happening, and they thought that someone could have possibly been armed. Middle school boys.
Right.
These are black kids. And Officer Caleb Johnson, guess what he did? He came out there. He ordered the kids to get on the ground as he pointed a gun. Are you serious? In the video, one of the kids is like, I don't want to die, bro. That's sad.
That's scary, man. Yeah, that is sad.
Like, I don't know.
Like that's happening way too often, man.
Yeah, because when it comes to black people, right? We allow too much shit, bro. Like all that protesting It's fuck shit. It's a waste of time because you protest for like a day or two. After that, you go back home and you just allow the shit to happen again. If it's any other community, I really don't think they just allow that shit to happen. I feel like someone is going to go to that officer's crib and see what he's about. We're the only people that will allow a judicial system to, beat our children, to kill our children. And all we do is just wait on the judicial system to fuck us over. And then we just go back to normal life. To me, that's not human.
Well, in order to combat that, though, you need organized economics.
Exactly.
And maybe that's something we should touch on.
Oh, yeah. We definitely going to touch on that later this week.
Because that's how you influence. I mean, that's money speaks in this country, man. So if you want change, that's what you got to do, unfortunately. But
yep.
Anyway, thank y'all for listening. Thanks for joining us as always. Please email us, blackismore, MOR, @gmail.com. Comment, share the video. Let us know what you think. Say, you want to leave them with anything?
Our perceptions are reality. Serena,
right.
You know better.
Right.
Riley, what's good?
Black is more, sparking.